Player interactions. They can be a real hassle if you do them wrong. But if you do them right, then there's actually nothing to worry about. So in this video, I will show you a few ways to deal with these player interactions. A player is coming to you and saying that he feels like he should be starting more games. Now, sometimes a player really does need to start more games. But this can also happen if, for example, you gave him too good of a agreed playing time role. For example, a star player or important player, just to sign that player, but the player wasn't actually ready yet for you to play in the first team. Then you can get this message. The way to deal with this one is go into discuss the issue. Of course, press inquire. And then you have a bunch of options right here. Now, the one that you are gonna try is this one. I cannot advise you getting what you want here anytime soon, so I look to sell you as soon as I can for the good of your career. Just press this one and then he will immediately back down. No, that won't be necessary, I don't want to leave. And then he is content again. And just to make the point that it really does work, I have another player right here coming to me with the same issue. And just to show you that it really does work, again, go into the issue, inquire, and I'm going to sell you. He doesn't want to leave. Now, important to know that this always works, except if the same player is coming back to you like 5, 6, 7 times. Then he can eventually agree with, okay, yeah, you know what, I am going to leave. But the first few times, just use this one, and maybe if they are a very good player, just play them more. Another issue that you can run in is playing as a club with a little bit of a smaller statue. Then sometimes the big clubs just come in and make a bid for your player. Now, if your club doesn't have the same statue as, for example, Bayern München, then he will get angry and he wants to leave. There is one way to prevent that from happening. Again, discuss it with him. Now you can always try to convince him, and this doesn't work 9 out of 10 times. Sometimes it works if he has a high loyalty or he has been in the club for many times and you've made him captain, but in this case, not a chance. So what we are going to do is promise that they weren't offering enough money, press on that one, and then just set an asking price. It automatically sets 23.5 million. We just confirm this. And then we don't press on continue, then immediately go again to the player, go to transfer, and put this all the way down to like 14.5 million. Transfer instructions, reject all transfer offer, and of course be sure to press confirm. Now bids will come in for this guy, and they will all automatically be rejected. They will not bid up to 14.5 million. They can bid like 4 million above it. So that's why I made sure to put it down all the way under the 24 million that he was asking for. Now, if we go to continue right now, as you can see, Bayern already made another offer for 12 million. So that's way too low. And let's go one more. Is he coming now to us to speak with us? No, he is not. I extended his contract beforehand, that is now coming up. But he is still happy and he is not concerned. Now, one important thing to note is that this thing really does work. In 1 or 2 years, he will be content again. He doesn't want to leave anymore, and then you can offer him a new contract. But that means you need to have him on a contract of more than 1 or 2 years for this to work, of course. Now, as you can see, I have a pretty decent morale across the board. Now let's see if we can bump it up a little bit. For example, this guy is extremely good. Now we want it, of course, to be at excellent. Just press on him, and as you can see, he trained pretty well. So we are going to praise his training again. He's done really well. And we are going to praise his conduct. Let's see if it went up a little bit. Now it's at superb. So I would recommend doing this for all the players that you can. And then your morale will improve just by that little bit, but that may be enough to win the next game. When buying a player, there's a very interesting mechanic in the game that you may not have known. So if you offer him a contract and he agrees with it, for example this one, then he will get green. Now if you offer him a buttload of money, so most of the time it's a little bit more than half, this time it wasn't, then the green text message will get smaller and find it very acceptable. If you finalize this deal, then he will actually join you in the next 15 minutes. So now it's 21:45 and now we have 21:53 and he wants to join us. So if you really need a player before the next game and you have the money to spare and you think it's worth it to pay a little bit more extra, just pay him that money and he will come to you directly. These were just a few tips of working with player interactions. Now, if there are some I missed that you really want to know how to do, just please feel free to leave them in the comments. And yeah, I will see you in the next video.